All right, guys, we're here. Episode 7, 5 for talking, 5 minutes, 4 talking. Caps, one side. Bargo on another side. Me, Shawn Michaels. All right. Are we going to do this or are you going to do this?
Well,
All right.
sure, questions.
We're going to do this.
Let's do this.
All right. So first I'd like to talk about one thing. Considering what our last episode was about. There's apparently, through the NHLPA, players are allowed to opt out if they don't feel comfortable playing with the whole pandemic going on right now.
Like not being safe?
Like if they don't want to play, they could be like, I'm not coming to Toronto or Edmonton.
Don't come.
Do you think people will do that?
No.
I see a couple players here and there not making the trip.
Okay,
I say no.
Seems realistic. I just thought I forgot about it earlier last time when we filmed the episode. So, okay, so let's get right into this. The Score dropped their predictions for the awards for the NHL, obviously. So they dropped 3 people that they think for each one, and I told you guys, do you think anybody else should be in there? Let's pick through them who's going to win. So the first trophy is the Hart Trophy. That's for MVP. So the Score, their 3 candidates are Nathan MacKinnon, Nathan MacKinnon, Leon Draisaitl, and Antemi Panarin.
So this is for the MVP of the season?
This is for the Hart Trophy.
Well, I'm saying, MVP.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I said that.
I'm going to go with Draisaitl. I mean, the amount of points that he's put up, even when, my God, what's his name? McDavid was injured for a short period of time. Draisaitl was still able to put up some great numbers, and he was consistent throughout the whole year. And I think he was the only person that got over 100 points this year in his shortened season. So I think he would be the front runner for the Hart Trophy.
Bargo?
I'm going to say Draisaitl as well, even though I like the bread man.
I'm going to say McKinnon because Colorado doesn't make it without him, and I don't know if you still have McDavid on Edmonton. Not to say that he doesn't belong in the conversation. That's not what I'm saying. But I just think McKinnon carried a team, basically. And Panarin doesn't even belong in this argument.
But wouldn't you say that Draisaitl kind of carried a team as well for a short period of time when McDavid was injured?
Yeah, but either way, they still have McDavid. For the period of games when McDavid was there, I don't think having Draisaitl makes a difference. They don't play together anyways.
But wouldn't you make the same argument that Draisaitl carried the team when McDavid wasn't there?
I guess, but which team is gonna be worse without that person? Is how I thought of it. I'm not saying that's how you have to think about it. That's just how I thought of it.
New York.
Yeah, but New York didn't. He's not really even in the playoffs. That's why I don't understand why Panarin's in the conversation. Yes, he's good, and yes, he did a lot for that team, but they're technically not a playoff team. They only made it off the stipulation that
Panarin's good.
That there's this wild card, right? Can we at least agree that Panarin shouldn't be there? If we're not,
I disagree.
I would have to go with Bargo on that. I think he probably would be in the conversation.
So you don't think anybody else in the league is more important to their team and getting them where they're going than Panarin?
Well, you obviously feel that there should be somebody else in the conversation. So who do you think?
A team that's in the playoffs.
No. Player-wise.
I don't have a player.
Pasternak.
There you go.
He's playing with Bergeron and Marchand. So
yeah, but I'm saying Panarin is. It's not about who he's playing with. What did he do for the team? He did not get them to the playoffs. They're not in the playoffs. They made it because of the wild card situation that's happening now because of the whole thing, or else they wouldn't even be in it.
Take Pasternak out of the equation. Would Boston make it to the playoffs? Yes or no?
Yes. Take Draisaitl out of the conversation. Does Edmonton still make the playoffs? Probably.
Probably not.
Take Panarin out of the talk. New York gets a first-round pick.
I like this guy, so he's bad for the team then, technically.
Oh, yeah, if you're looking at a rebuild or you're looking at making the wild card.
Yeah, well, that's whatever. I do think Panarin's a really good player. I just don't – I find it weird that he's there.
I don't.
Okay.
So
Anyways,
you think just Pasternak was the only person you could come up with? Anybody else?
I didn't even look at who I would want to replace. I honestly, for me, it doesn't make a difference because he's not going to win no matter what. It's going to be.
I would agree with you on that.
It's going to be one of the other two. And like I said, I do think Draisaitl belongs there in the 1 or 2 spot. Like he could win it. I'm not saying he can't win it. I'm just saying I think what McKinnon did for his team is more important than what Draisaitl did, and that's fair. If you're right, you guys are right because this is all speculation. Like it's either way.
We've all made some good arguments, so
You guys made a stronger argument, not for Panarin. I'm not going with that. Okay, so the Norris Trophy, I said we'll skip all the other ones. We'll do
Carlson.
Okay, I said Carlson. Okay, I
saw two. Carlson.
I saw 2.
By far.
2. Okay, so the nominees are Yossi, Carlson, and Hedman. I saw 2 sites. One of them was a score, obviously, where I got this, that said that Roman Yossi should win the Norris Trophy.
No, I think Carlson has done much more for his team than any other defenseman in the league. That's
agree.
Just my opinion.
I also don't remember the last time a defenseman who wasn't first place in scoring won the Norris Trophy.
He's been so consistent.
I honestly, I think I can't disagree with that. I just thought it was weird. Like Yossi to me didn't seem like that's the guy.
Defenseman this year though, like, yeah.
I mean, Hedman's pretty important to his team.
Yeah, but
you could honestly, Shea Weber had a really good year. If you're gonna
back to your question. Without Hedman, does Tampa Bay still make the playoffs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
same thing with Washington with Carlson. But Carlson has the stats to back it up.
But the thing is that I look at that's different in that conversation. I know it's almost a similar conversation. But the difference that I'm looking at is if you took Carlson and put him on a bad team, is he still going to be just as good? I think so.
Yeah, but so will Hedman. Roman Yossi's a different story.
Keep in mind, we're not talking about MVP of the league. We're just talking about the best defenseman.
Yeah, Roman Yossi, I doubt that he'll make a difference on another team. I mean, he'll make a difference, yeah, but
he's good. He's great. But Hedman, yeah, I agree.
Hedman, yes, and Carlson, definitely.
Carlson is having a breakout year. This is his season. This is the season of Carlson. I thought John Klingberg was going to blow up this year and be the biggest thing ever, but that Dallas team cannot figure it out.
I agree with both of you.
Wow, that was so nice of you.
That was. Hey, you guys just spoke for me, so I really don't have nothing to add to that.
Sometimes I don't know if I like it when we all agree because it just feels weird. Okay, so Vezina, they have Hellebuck, Tuukka Rask, Darcy Kemper, and Hellebuck is the one they picked to win.
Yeah, I'll probably go with that. I mean, let's look at the facts. Winnipeg lost Trouba. They lost Bufflin.
I'm not impressed with any goalie this year.
I agree with that. I have to
at all. Like, I don't think there should even be a Vezina handed out this year.
Okay, no, I don't agree with that. But
a 100. Every goalie this year has split games.
That's
like Boston,
true.
how's Tuukka Rask in this conversation? Boston is where they are, but they've split 50-50 as
there
was
a lot of injuries.
They weren't injured. They were splitting the games.
No, but a lot of teams had goalies that missed time this year. I'm going to 100% back that statement.
Did they do that on purpose? Like,
they
player
split
management?
It.
Yeah.
A lot of teams were splitting time between goalies.
So I guess they were just doing that just so that they can have fresh goalies by the time the playoffs came around?
I mean, the new NHL, I think, is like going to be like that.
They're probably going to change their roster to have a 3-goalie rotation.
I don't know about 3, but you're definitely –
yeah, watch.
You're
going to end up that way because it's already going 50-50.
You're going to see teams play – they're going to play like the 80s, and they're going to have goalies that go back and forth. You're going to have 42 games each or whatever.
Let me know the day that the Leafs do that.
Yeah.
What team is Kemper on? Phoenix? Huh?
I think
Arizona?
so, yeah.
Phoenix?
Arizona.
Well,
Phoenix, yeah, same thing. I'm pretty sure. I just drew a blank when you said that. I'm like, wait, is he on Edmonton?
Yeah, no.
Because he
And
went
Hellebuck is Winnipeg.
Hellebuck is Winnipeg. Winnipeg's
No.
not even having that good of a year. I don't know
No.
why that he would be. Maybe he played a lot of games.
Rask for me would be the better choice in this, but he also hasn't played enough. Like he's played half the season.
I agree, and I don't know if just being good this year counts because last year he was not good.
Who?
Rask.
It's this season, obviously.
I know, but like, am I just gonna
stepped up in the playoffs? So
That's true. Either way, I think there's hella.
I don't think that. I don't know. My opinion. I don't genuinely care for this at all. I don't have a choice for you. I think that no one deserves it.
I don't agree with that, but I do agree that I don't really. Out of these goalies, it doesn't really make a difference to me.
These guys get paid so much money. They can't play 50, 60 games a season.
I think they're just being told not to.
They're not. Obviously, they're not. It's not their choice.
Yeah,
Like if I was a goalie, I wouldn't want to sit one game.
it's true.
You guys are good with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that, man.
All right, so we'll move on to the next thing. Bob Orr said that he thinks Sidney Crosby is top 5 all time. Do you agree with that?
Well, who's your top 5?
You know what? In what sense?
Hold on, we'll do that.
Like it's very vague.
Yeah.
Top 5 what? Captain?
No, he said top 5 players all time. Top 5 all-time players. Okay, so I'll let everybody here do a top 5. I didn't write one down. But this is not official. If you miss somebody or something, this is not an official list. This is off the top of your head. Name the 5 best players.
Man.
Holy fuck.
Okay, here, I'll just go, and I don't care if I'm right or wrong.
I mean, if you already got
Wayne
your list,
Gretzky.
might as well go first, though.
Me?
Yeah, if you already have your list, might as well go.
I don't have a list. I didn't write one down.
Oh, okay,
I just
okay.
when you said that, I thought of it. I wasn't planning on doing this.
I'm still thinking about mine.
Okay, so Wayne Gretzky. This is not an order. I won't do an order. Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Bobby Orr.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is actually the most ridiculously hard thing I've ever done in my entire life. Are goalies included?
Top 5, whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Orr's the
Martin
man.
Brodeur.
Ask Bob Orr.
And
Fine. Take the goalies out. Let's go strictly forwards.
just players? Okay.
Or whatever, players.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Mike Bossy, Bobby Orr, and it's so hard. I want to say Phil Esposito, but I'm kind of thinking Marcel Dion, Jaromir Jagr.
So he's not in your top 5.
No.
That's what I mean. It depends on what you're talking about. Top
I'm
5,
saying, but Bobby Orr is saying top 5. This is
when
a
I
big
say
thing.
when I say he's a top 5 leader in the in the history of the NHL, yeah, it's possible.
So I wouldn't understand. I wouldn't understand why Bobby Orr would say something like that right now.
He also said that he thinks by the end of his career that Connor McDavid has a chance of being the best player of all time.
By the end of this year?
No, by the end of his career.
Hypothetical.
Yeah, but okay, so go. You made me say top 5. Now I look like an idiot.
Okay, Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr, Steve Yzerman. What am I at, 4?
Yeah.
Yep. That's tough.
It was the first 4 was easy for me. The last one was like impossible. I just went with Jagr, but it could be Esposito and it could be Marcel Dion, in my opinion. I don't think Gordie Howe is a top 5 player of all time.
He was actually going to go on my list.
That's fine. It's your list, right? That's just my list. I'm not.
I'll throw Bobby Orr in there. That's my 5th. Bobby Orr.
It's subjective.
Yeah, that's why. Okay.
It depends on what you're talking about. Like, you can't just say he's a top 5. Top 5 what? Goal scorer? Center?
See, but that's the thing. He's still playing.
Defensive forward? Like,
okay, just get over it and name your list, Nick.
No, but I'm just saying
he's just stalling because you can't come up with one.
But it was the same thing as you guys. Like it's tough.
No, I agree, and what you're saying is right. I'm not disagreeing with you. This is just he said it. If Wayne Gretzky said it, we would have the same conversation.
Gretzky, Lemieux, Bobby Orr, Jagr.
So we have all of us have 4 of the same guys.
Oh man. That last one is tough.
Gordie Howe's in there. Mark Messier. Mark Messier played a lot of games, but Mark Messier's he has hardware.
Best player, I wouldn't put him on the list.
No, but Sidney Crosby's the best top 5 player.
But Sidney Crosby really is like Sidney Crosby would probably be my top 10 most talented players.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Top 10 most talented.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
The top 10 best. That's what we're saying. The best players.
Yeah, I don't know. There's too many.
My other guy was Mike Bossy, and your other guy was who was yours?
Mine.
Steve Yzerman.
Steve Yzerman. I had Bossy and you had
Yzerman,
Yzerman.
yeah.
That was our only difference. And now Nick's guy is going to be the different one here.
I don't know, man. I would probably put Bossy up there, but that could change by the time Crosby retires.
That's fine. That's not an official list. That's what I'm saying. This is just off the top of our heads.
This is off the top of our heads, man.
Off the top of our heads. Okay, well, we kind of agreed on 4 players, so that's got to mean something, right?
Yeah.
Like all time right now, Sidney Crosby's 39th.
Yeah, but he still has like 9 years of his career left to play.
9 years.
He's 31.
Well,
look at Ovechkin. Ovechkin's like 34 or 35, and he's still pumping out goals like a maniac.
Yeah, but Ovechkin doesn't have any like severe concussion years.
Yeah, well, as long as Crosby doesn't get hit, he's good.
Well, that's a good thing about the NHL is turning away from that now.
You keep your stick on the ice, right? Okay.
Well, to be honest with you, Crosby's going to be 33 in August.
Okay, 33. I'll take 33. Give me 7 more years.
Alex Ovechkin. Why doesn't Bobby Orr talk about Alex Ovechkin? Is it because of the hardware?
Who's the greatest goal scorer of all time? Everybody right now. The greatest goal scorer of all time. And you can include if you think Ovechkin at the end of his career. I say Ovechkin. I didn't before. I would have said Lemieux and Bossy ahead of him, but I think by the end of his
Bossy
career,
as well. But
by the end of his career, it's going to be Alex Ovechkin. Is going to be the best. You're going to be like, wow, I remember Alex Ovechkin.
You think he's going to pass Gretzky?
I don't know if he'll pass Gretzky, but by the time his career's over, everyone's going to be like, we can't deny how good.
I think he can pass Gretzky, depending on how many more years.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying he will.
I think the most dominant goal scorer is probably Ovechkin.
Yeah. Especially in the era when he's scoring goals. He'd be scoring 100 goals in Gretzky's time.
How many goals does he have left before he catches up to Gretzky? 200?
He's at 703 or something.
He's at 706, and Gretzky's 894. And how many goals did he have this year?
30-something.
No, he's
in the top 3. He's 40s.
Yeah. He's
close to getting 50 before.
I'm going to be honest with you. If he stays healthy, he has 2 more seasons of 40 goal scoring and then probably like a bunch of 20s after
30s and 20s. Yeah, that's fine.
He's going to get close.
He can stretch out his career enough to pass it.
And I was the one at the beginning.
Athletic.
In season 1, 2 of this show, I was the one saying that I didn't think he was ever going to get there. And you guys were telling me he would. So
yeah. I think he can.
He's got a good shot.
You want to let's go to another place?
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Okay, we're going to another place. I was doing on the 5 for Talking Instagram. Follow us, guys, at 5 for Talking. There's dots in there somewhere. It'll be in the description. I did a post. I've been doing Rangers week. I'm just posting Rangers players. So Mike Richter, the goalie of the Rangers, maybe not even the best. But as an American-born goalie, which there's not a lot of insanely good ones, at least on the all-time records list, do you think he's underrated because of how bad the late 90s and early 2000s teams were that he played on? Or do you think he's overrated because of how good the early to mid-90s teams were that he played on?
For my opinion, he's underrated.
Because he never put up big win seasons ever after that team disbanded, that championship-winning team.
When did Richter stop playing for the Rangers?
2004?
So by then, he was still playing with a team that was really, really good. Like that Rangers team in 2002, 2003 was like a monster team.
But
he's underrated because
between 96 and like 2002, he never had more than like 23 wins, I think it was. They were always a losing team every season.
Yeah, but he was still playing for him in 2002, right?
I think so. I don't know 100%. I didn't look up the stats, sorry.
Because if that's the case, like that team had Pavel Bure, Eric Lindros, some good players on the team. They were not able to have any chemistry or go anywhere.
That's my point. Either way you look at this question, do you think that it is his fault that they were bad? Like he was like 40 years old at that point.
No, it was definitely not his fault.
Okay,
No.
so
I'm going to say he's underrated as a goalie.
do you think, because he has 301 wins, and he often gets overlooked. You don't hear people talking about Mike Richter.
Hey, man, at the end of the day, he's got some hardware. He won. He
I
got a
agree.
cup.
I agree.
I think he's underrated.
I also think that he is underrated.
You wouldn't even put him in your top 5.
I would not put him in my top 5.
No. Like,
American goalies?
American goalies, I would not put him in my top 10 goalies even, probably, of all time.
No.
Maybe not even 15, I'm going to be honest with you. But I think that if you were to ask people about goalies in 2020, almost nobody's going to mention Mike Richter ever.
no.
So I think he's a little bit underrated for what he
I
did.
wouldn't, but in my opinion, he's not even the best Ranger goalie of all time.
No, Henrik Lundqvist.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. He gets overlooked, right? But that was the point of my question. Do you think that he really was good, or is there a reason that he gets overlooked?
He won a cup for the team. He helped.
But that team was amazing.
Yeah.
I think he was good, man.
He was
Okay,
good.
so
I think he was good.
let's expand on this question. So in the top goalie wins for American Born Goalies of all time, he has he's 5th in all time wins for American goalies.
Who's first?
Ryan Miller. Okay, but this is my question.
Oh, wow.
This is my question. If I just for the active goalies, only the best 5 active American-born goalies, which ones? How would you rank them? Okay, Ryan Miller, Jonathan Quick, Craig Anderson, Jimmy Howard, or Ben Bishop.
Currently, right now in the NHL.
Just like if you had to take them at their peak, their best that they've ever played.
Name them again. Sorry.
Ryan Miller, Jonathan Quick, Craig Anderson, Jimmy Howard, Ben Bishop.
Quick would be number 1 for me.
I think so. I think
Quick, Miller, Bishop, and Anderson.
And then Howard. Yeah.
I would agree with that.
I would agree too. A goalie that gets overlooked a lot is Ryan Miller. When he was in his prime, he was amazing.
Yeah. Buffalo there.
He was amazing in his prime.
He was, but I just think that Quick was a little bit better.
Quick is the best one. There's not a question. He won 2 Stanley Cups.
For me,
and he's 5'7".
And he's also a reason why they won the Stanley Cup, though. He wasn't just there.
Big reason why he competed, man.
Yes,
yeah.
And
he was a competitor.
He competed every year. This year, I had him in our hockey pool, and he got me so many points because even on a losing team, he was making 40 saves a night. Like he had no business being in the net.
He competed, man, and I can respect that. Like even though he was not on a very good team for the last couple of years, that man competed. I would put him as number 1.
I would say him, Ben Bishop, and Ryan Miller. Ben Bishop and Ryan Miller are pretty close. And then
I would say Ryan Miller before Bishop, just because of the quality of his career and how long he's been in the NHL.
I don't think Jimmy Howard is that good. I think Jimmy Howard just played a little bit of time on a really good team.
Yeah, I would say that.
He got lucky, and I don't think he was that guy.
No, he wasn't.
I gotta say, like Ben Bishop has been a bit of a letdown, though. Like
that's what I mean. He's so off. Like I don't know.
He should have.
Like
been,
if you look at their peaks and you compare Ryan Miller to Ben Bishop, Ryan Miller hands down.
Okay, quick spin-off question. Well, you want to have anything?
Sorry, before you say anything, when Ben Bishop went to Dallas, playing for that kind of team, he should have been able to take them to the next level.
He was amazing for a while. Like this year,
he was amazing on Tampa, and then he was not able to sustain that going to Dallas.
I don't think he was high rated
in Tampa. I think he was really good, but I don't know.
Okay, so quick spin-off. So the top 3 goalies of the American goalies that are retired: Van Beesbrook, Barrasso, Richter. Who's the best one? Skill-wise, not career. I say Richter.
Barrasso's number 3 for me. He was just on a really good. He was just playing for a really.
He was
really
just a big floppy coach.
Yeah. But he was just like the team in front of him was just insane. And Van Beesbrook, when he took Florida to the finals, I don't think that was a good team in front of him. He single-handedly brought them there. Oh man! In terms of skill, I would put Van Beesbrook number 1, Richter 2, Brassel 3.
I'm okay with that.
Same.
I think the first two are interchangeable. I think Van Beesbrook's career is super underrated, what he did. Like, if you look at when he retired, he had 374 wins, but he had 346 losses. He played on a lot of bad teams. And I think that at that 374 wins at the time when he retired, he was easily probably like top 7 most wins ever because nobody really had a lot of wins at that point. So, yeah. Okay. I think I got one more question. Oh, I do. It's Rangers related as well. You'll like this? Yeah. Okay.
What's with you and the Rangers today?
Well, I'm on Rangers
Week.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
So rank these 3 players however you want. Skill, if you feel like it's skill or points, whatever they did for the team. New York Rangers. Adam Graves, Alexei Kovalev, Rick Nash. And
Alexei Kovalev, Adam Graves, Rick Nash.
Yes.
You know what? I don't like that we just agreed that easily, but I think so too. I really think so.
Rick Nash, Columbus, prime.
Rick Nash, for the period that he was good, was really good, but it wasn't a long period. No. It was a very short period of time.
It was a short-lived glory.
And Adam Graves did a lot for that team. He was a great two-way player.
Yeah. But in terms of like skill, Alexei Kovalev just destroys all.
Kovalev would be on one of maybe even top 10 most underrated players of all time list. Like,
yeah, he's up there.
I think he got like 1,000 points in like 900 games or 900 points in 800 games, something like that. He had so many injuries. He was in so many bad situations. Like, I don't even know. Anyways, that's all I got. You guys got anything before we wrap it up?
That's all I got, man. I know Bargo's got a lot. Bargo has a lot.
Well, I wanted to go over the other stuff, but it's okay.
You got anything? You could bring us one if you got something.
Not in 8 minutes.
No, you don't think we could do it?
Wow.
Okay, you know what we'll do? I'll throw in a little redraft.
Throw in a little redraft.
I'll throw in one redraft.
All right, go for it.
Give me a minute. Let me find one here.
Yo, he's gonna find
one.
one.
Vintage?
Go 84.
84. I think I have 83.
Wow.
Okay, do 83.
Yeah, so I'll start with 1983 NHL redraft.
Just do 83, only one.
First overall pick went to Minnesota North Stars. And Steve Yzerman got drafted 4th overall. Redraft, he would have been number 1. So he would have been on the North Stars.
Okay, so read it to us just as a redraft. So the guys who's watching, this is just a redraft. So all the players who got drafted are getting redrafted in order of their skill by the same draft list that it was in 1983. Okay.
Same draft order, yeah.
Yeah, same draft order.
So Steve Yzerman went number 1. He should have went number 1 to North Stars. Pat LaFontaine to Hartford Whalers. He was selected number 3 overall.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
You got Dominic Hasek should have went to New York Islanders. He was selected originally 199 overall.
By Chicago.
It doesn't say who they originally selected, but yeah, if you know, you know. Number 4 overall pick went to Detroit. It was Cam Neely, originally selected at number 9.
This is a sick draft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 5, Sergei Makarov, originally selected 231. So he would have went number 5 to Buffalo.
Makarov was a super underrated player. He just didn't play long.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but Bargo, who went number 1 that year originally?
It's not even on the top 10.
No, it was the guy that was a huge bust, Mike. Here, I'll tell you. I could look it up. Keep going, Bargo.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. Okay, number 6. This would have been a pick for New Jersey. New Jersey. Rick Tocchet, originally selected 121 overall.
Wow.
Number 7 pick to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Claude Lemieux, originally selected 26. Number 8, Tom Barrasso, originally selected at number 5. He would have went to Winnipeg. I don't even know how to say this guy's first name, but Fedosov, he would have went number 9, originally selected.
Fetisov.
Say it again.
Fetisov.
So he would have went to Vancouver at number 9, originally selected at 145.
He was on that Detroit team that won the Cup.
Yep.
Number 10, forward, John McLean to Buffalo, originally selected number 6. So New Jersey selected him at number 6.
The
Wow, that's
player
a sick
was
draft.
the player that went number 1 overall was Brian Lawton,
Damn.
and he was a huge bust.
Let me go over the
He's
84.
ranked as one of the best ever.
Could we go over 84?
Well, let's save it. We could do these.
I got a bunch.
You want to do one more, Nick?
I got a comment about that draft, but go ahead. All right.
Okay, wait. We'll talk about that. If you want to just talk about it, we could do this every episode.
Throw in your comment, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, got 5 minutes left, so I don't even think even if LaFontaine went first overall, it still would have been.
Yeah, I think so too.
Even Cam Neely, these guys are insane.
Even
these
when
guys
you
are Hall of Famers.
When you look back at their career, Dominic Hasek could have won number 1.
Yeah. That is crazy.
And he was selected 199.
I know. He didn't he didn't even get to play games for the first 4 seasons. They buried
I would
him.
say Detroit, Boston, and there's another one.
Honestly, guys, I thought
drafting excellent through their whole time in the NHL.
Wow, I honestly thought I didn't even notice, but I honestly thought that Steve Yzerman actually went first that year.
No,
but I guess I was wrong.
He was 4th, right? You said
that is crazy.
Okay,
where the actual 4th pick, Cam Neely, so he would have went to Detroit.
Wow,
that's crazy. Okay, I got a fun fact. You guys want a fun fact?
Sure.
You got 4 minutes.
Okay, Ray Bourque has the most shots ever by any player. Most shots ever, 6,209. Okay, he has 600 more shots than Jaromir Jagr, and played 150. Jagr played 150 more games than Bourque. So in 150 less games, Ray Bourque has 600 more shots.
Holy shit!
That's crazy. And I think there's only 3 players with over 6,000. It was Bourque, Jagr, and I don't remember the other one.
Bourque was crazy. A monster.
The 6,000 shots.
No, Bourque was a monster.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. All right, let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
All right. Episode 7 coming to an end. I think it's episode 7. Who knows at this point? You guys watch them, tell me in the comments. If you have questions, leave us questions, hockey questions in the comments. We'll read your question. I got Bargo, he's here. I got Nick, he's here, Caps Town. And me, Shawn Michaels, the sexy boy.